Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to ROX Box. And I'm so grateful to be starting the special guests up. So, most Tuesdays and Saturdays, we will be having people on here to talk, to discuss. So, I hope we're all well. Good evening, Natalia. Hey, Belinda. Hey, Shadi and Dawn, Karen and Carolyn. Hope we're all well, and anybody else out there tuning in and watching. Hey, Pauline, I am so looking forward to this. Absolutely. For those of you who follow ROX Box, you know we've not touched on angels much at all. So I am really, really looking forward to this evening. And Carol is just a huge friend of ours. We've known her since we've been doing the events, and herself and her husband have always been lovely and amazing to us. So it's so nice to have her here and to see her. So good evening, Sarah. So if we're all sitting comfortably, if we're all ready, I will bring on tonight's guest. So please give a warm welcome to the lovely Carol Thorneycroft.
Hi everyone, hope you're all well. So excited to be here. Tad a little bit nervous, as Dan knows, but yeah, lovely for you all to be here and to talk about the angels. So if there's any questions, please do ask Dan, and I'll try and answer them all as much as I can. So yeah, what would you like to know?
Absolutely. So yeah, any questions at all, please do pop them into the comments, and we will I'll pop them up for Carol to ask to answer. Janet's joined us. Hillary, hi Dan, hi Carol. Laurie from Pennsylvania, West Virginia.
Hi, Hillary.
She's here to say hello. So yes, lots of people saying hello. So for you, Carol, how did this start for you? How did you get into the angels?
Oh, blimey. A long time ago. I think I worked with them as a child, as you do with fairies down the bottom of your garden. So I was always the geeky one at school, you know, always daydreaming out the window, never listening to what was going on, always getting told off.
I think a lot of us can resonate with that.
Yeah, I used to be just in my own little world, and to be honest, I still am. You know, I get Phil going, "Where are you now?" And I just go, "I have no idea, but I ain't here." So yeah, I think I've always connected with something as a child. You know, I've always been interested in tarots, life after death, that type of thing. That there's always something else out there. So I've always been interested in that. Got more into it when I had a major accident with my first husband. I was about 19, 20, and the car went off the road and it rolled over in a field. And you know, when you get that like slow motion that you just feel like you're in a movie, and I just felt somebody hold me, because in those days you didn't wear a seatbelt. And I just felt like somebody had got hold of me. I didn't know who it was. And when I woke up, I was in the back seat, and our car was a complete write-off. And I walked out of there, well, we both did, with not a scratch.
My word.
And I got to the hospital, and my mum said to me, "Well, somebody was looking after you." And I said, "Yeah, I think they were." And it kind of got my interest sparking up a little bit. And then kind of went off a bit because I was a hairdresser, so I was doing hair. Then I got into massage. Then I moved down to Bournemouth because we split up. I moved down to Bournemouth. And then I started working in a hotel, and I was doing like healing, and people had come and had treatments. And they quite often I'd have like a Reiki master, because back then Reiki wasn't heard of. And I'd only just got into it, and I'm talking 25 years ago. And people used to say to me, do you know you've got an angel at the bottom of the bed? And I'd be like, well, why can't I see them? I could feel them and sense them. And when I do my Reiki, I always call in the angelic realm, and I don't know why. It was just something I always did. And I just thought, wow, you know, why can't I see them? But I then met Hilary, and Hilary did a pyramid healing for me. So I sat under a gorgeous pyramid, and I just sat there crying. And when I come out, I said to her, that was the most phenomenal feeling I've ever felt. And that was the first time I'd ever seen angels. And I meditated under this big pyramid that she's got, because you've seen it as well, haven't you?
Oh, yes. I've seen it.
That proved to me that they do exist, because I come out of there and I said to her, I cried because I felt the most unconditional love. And it hit me right in my heart space. Never ever felt anything like it. And I thought, my God, they do exist. And they took me on this little boat, and I was going in this cave, and I thought, is this just me thinking this or wanting this? Because you think to yourself, you know, is it me? Is it my logical brain? Mm-hmm. And they took me right into this cave, and they were all dressed in white, took me right the way down. And it was just like a whole cave full of angels. And I have never, ever, to this day, felt anything like it. And that kind of got me really like, yeah, they do exist. And Hilary will tell you just how I came out of that pyramid. I was like, oh my God, tears running down my eyes. And I kind of got into it more from there, to be fair.
Beautiful. Hilary has just said, I remember that. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. Beautiful way to start this evening. A little bit of a trip to how it started with you. So, where do you want to start with tonight? Do you want to start with Metatron or?
Yeah, we can start with Metatron. Has everybody got their grids, do you know? Because I can't see any comments, so I have no idea what people are saying.
That is fine. That is fine. And I mean, this video will be saved on our business page, and it's also linked into YouTube as well. So anybody, if you didn't have time to print off your Metatron cube, you can always find us and repeat it afterwards.
Should be this.
Beautiful.
So this is what I print off for my students when I teach the Metatron colour healing, which I teach level 1 and 2. And this is what we cover. So I laminate them so that they can use them. And then what we do is we fill this. I've put a picture on that page of my crystal grid that the cat has just sat on. So I've had to redo it again.
I'm definitely not the only ones.
Oh, I tell you, I cannot leave him for 5 minutes in this room, because wherever there's crystals, he'll just sit on them. Any meditation, when I was at the other place, I used to have my lodge. And when I used to get set up for the meditation group, I used to have to put a seat out for him. No word of a lie. Because he'd just know that we were going to do meditation, and he'd come in and he'd sit on his seat.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. We've got a thumbs up from Hilary, and Shadi, she said yes. She eventually convinced the printer to print. So we've got a couple out there who are with us.
Okay, brilliant. Because what I'm going to try and do is, like we talked about, I want to try and tie this in with all the crystals that you've got that are, you know, what we match up with the Archangels. And, you know, I want to say to people, don't worry if you haven't got all these crystals, because really it's about, when you're doing the healing with this grid, this is about you tonight. So just be drawn to any crystal that you feel drawn to for you. So don't worry if it's not selenite, if it's not angelite. or if it's the ones that call in the angels, just do this crystal board for you, because this healing is for you tonight. And it's funny because the card I brought out, which I picked as a collective, was self-love.
Oh.
So I just love the way that everything just confirms how we're working and what we end up doing. And if I pick cards out for my clients before they come for a healing session, more often than not, it is that card. And it just resonates because it's just confirmation of what we've picked up, what I'm being told to work with, etc. So, yeah, the Metatron's Cube, I'll tell you a little bit about this without babbling too much, because like I said to Dan earlier, I always like to learn simply, because the more complicated it is, the more I just think I'm not interested. So for me, I like to make it simple so that I can understand it, and then when I'm teaching it, people can understand what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the Metatron's Cube, in the fact that it's a universal life tool, and it's absolutely brilliant for using as a crystal grid. You can pop it under your healing table, you can meditate with it, and you will feel the energy. Once you put your crystals on, it enhances the energy that we're going to be using and the healing that we're going to be sending out. So the Metatron Cube is a sacred, I'll put my glasses on because I've put my notes here because I know I'll just babble otherwise. So I've wrote my notes. So basically we've got 13 circles, 13 spheres. Then inside the Metatron's Cube, we have the lines. Now, the circles and the lines is the male and female energy. So this is why it all comes together. So the spheres are the female, the lines is the masculine, okay? The 13 spheres are the 13 archangels that we work with within the Metatron's Cube. Also, when we're working with the archangels, we're working with platonic solids like we were talking about earlier on. So Dan's going to put up the platonic solids in a minute when I talk about what they are as well. So the platonic solids are sacred geometry. So they're all equal sides. So when you look at a Metatron's Cube, I used to say to my students, go on YouTube and it will show you all the shapes as a 3D, all going together and what it looks like. So each shape is a platonic solid. That is what makes the Metatron's Cube. So we have the dodecahedron, we have the sphere, we have the octahedron, we have everything that's in there, which is basically creation. So it's all creation that is in this Metatron's Cube. So that is a simple way of talking about it, really. Because when you go into looking at more of the sacred geometry, it kind of, some of it, it just goes over your head, you know? So I think the more simply you can make it for you to work with, the better you'll understand it. So if you just say to yourself, okay, this Metatron's Cube is sacred geometry, it's the platonic solids, the spheres are the female, and the lines are the male energy. And in this cube of creation, it's sound, color, and everything that I am and we are is all in there, which is why it makes it a lovely grid to work with, because we are working with the whole of creation. God, I am. All the existence that we live in is all in here, encompassed in this grid. And this sphere here is the heart center. So when you want to work with healing of the heart, emotions, anything like that, put a little rose quartz, or even what's it called? See, this is where my mind goes blank now. There you go.
Oh, green
event. Dan. Yeah, cool. because this is where my mind goes blank when I'm talking like this. So yeah, so that can go in the center, and that can be your starting point. And then you can work around of what you want to put in there. But also in the Metatron's cube is all the elements: earth, air, fire, water. So this is what we're working with in here as well, okay? So I'll just tell you a little bit of what I've written down, just so that, you know, you can understand it a bit more. So the Metatron's cube is a sacred geometry symbol that forms a map of creation, and it's the map that mystics, sages, and ancient civilizations have revered throughout the ages of time. So also with this, we're working with the galactic energy. So, which I love, because I love working multidimensional energy as well when we're doing healing. It's amazing. So when you go off into the ether, it's just phenomenal. So this is what will take you there when you meditate and put your crystals in there. It will take you off into the gateway.
I love that.
So the symbol of Metatron's cube creates the potential field of creation, a field of high vibrational frequencies that can ripple out through creation, eventually creating color, sound, and at the lower levels of vibration of physical matter. The symbol explains this birth and infinite expanding field of creation in all directions of time and space. So basically, all encompassed in there. And what I was telling you earlier as well, that these spheres are our 13 energy centers. So where we normally work with 7, and everybody knows about their 7 chakras, but when you're working with the Metatron's cube, you're working with 13 energy centers of our galaxy, which is this. I'll just try and get it there. Now you can take this off Google. It does have it on there. Okay, can you see that?
I can see that, yeah. I'll tell you what, if you put it back up again, I'll drop myself down and it should make you...
Okay, there you go. So that just explains to people, this is our 13 energy centers of our galaxy. So instead of working with just your, okay, Dan, I've done it. So instead of working with your 7 chakras, with Metatron's cube, we're working with 13. So we're working with Cosmic Gateway, which is just above our crown. And then we come down to the Universal Gateway. Then we work to our Stellar Gateway, our Soul Star, our Crown Chakra, which is what people normally start working with, which is the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the higher heart, solar plexus, sacral, and base. And then we have Earth Star and the Earth Gateway. So that's what we work with. And we also work with water, air, fire, and earth. Okay? So the 13 archangels that we work with, I've written them down. So with the number 13, which is the Cosmic Gateway, which is just at the top, that is working with Metatron's energy. So like I was telling you earlier, when you start working with the Metatron's cube, you tend to go off in a tangent. I start working with the Tree of Life and everything else that goes with it, because he basically works at the top of Keitha. So he has all our Akashic records. He knows everything that we've done in our previous lifetimes. And this is why I love working with his energy, because he is the only angel that basically was a human. So he was Enoch. And because he did such good work, he was then made into an archangel. So he understands everything we go through. So that's why he's a really great one to work with. Okay?
Fascinating. Very interesting.
Yeah. And you come down to 12, which is Uriel. Then we come down to 11, which is Jeremiah. 10, which is Raziel. Crown chakra is Gabriel. No, Raziel, sorry. Gabriel is the crown. Raphael is the third eye. 7 is the throat, which is Zadkiel. 6 is the heart, which is Shamuel. 5 is the solar plexus, which is on these is Michael. 4 is sacral Haniel. 3rd is base Jophiel. 2nd is the earth star Azrael. And then the 1, which is our earth gateway, is Sandalphon. So I work a lot with Archangel Sandalphon and Metatron, only because you're very similar to me. We're like magnets to crystals. They come from the earth. They come from Gaia. Also, love working with animals, same as you. When you connect to Sandalphon's energy, he's the one that looks after the animal kingdom, the planet, Earth, Gaia, the flowers. I love gardening. So whenever I'm doing my earthy stuff, I'm working with Sandalphon. When I start working with my multidimensional stuff, I'm working with Metatron. So sometimes I'm very much like up here, down there, up here, down there.
I was just thinking, wow, you know, complete polar opposites, but it works.
Yeah, yeah. And most people will work with the main 7 archangels. So when you look at the 7 archangels, you're working, you know, you're working with their different energy. It's finding an archangel that you resonate. So for my healing sessions, I work with Raphael because he is the healer of the healer. So he definitely works with the heart chakra, but most healers, he comes in because he helps us with the people that we're healing. Okay. Michael, I work with because I bring him into my room for protection, the sword of protection, the golden light. So before I have a client coming into my, what I call my sacred space, I will always call in Archangel Michael. Then I bring in Archangel Metatron and Archangel Sandalphon because they are the 4 really I work with a lot. So with any archangels, you find that you tend to veer towards different ones for whatever you're learning or what you've come here to do, to help others with. So does that make any sense?
It does. It does. And Belinda, I have been popping up comments of people who have been saying hello. We've had Gina Willow who has said hello, and Jenny Garrett, she says hi everyone.
Hiya.
And Gina has said this is so interesting. And I've just popped a comment now from Belinda who says very interesting. Need to look into it further, especially for animals. She works in a doggy daycare and she does a lot of animal communication work.
Oh, brilliant. Does she do healing then?
She does healing. Yeah, she does animal Reiki healing. I hope that's
okay.
I hope that's okay, Belinda. Tell me off if that's wrong, but yeah.
Brilliant. So she could actually connect with Archangel Sandalphon and see if that makes a difference in the energy that she's going to bring in through her. Because like I've said to you before, with any angel or archangels, you have to ask them to come in. So you're giving them permission.
They don't intrude, do they? They don't want to.
They're always standing by your side, but they need your permission to come in and work with them. So, you know, just sit. To bring them in is really easy because all you need to do is just light a candle, hold a crystal, meditate, connect with the angelic realm, and just see who comes in. Just see who stands next to you. We've all got a guardian angel that is with us when we're born and when we die. They're always there with us every single day. So getting to know them as well is always a nice thing. Just sit, meditate, and just ask them who they are, what their name is. And the more you sit with angels, the more you will connect with them. The more you start to see numbers, you know, 1111, 1313, 2020. the more they want to connect to you, the more you will see numbers. You'll see white feathers, you'll see robins. And I just lately, especially with the lockdown, because I've been going out a lot with Safi, I've been kind of noticing more. So what I say to people, walk, look beyond. Don't just walk and think, oh yeah, I see a tree or there's a river. When you're walking, connect with that tree, connect with the river. If the river is just like a mill pond, then that's giving you calmness. If it's running and it's flowing, you know, like a torrent, that's telling you to slow down because things are moving too fast. So connect. What I say to people is just connect. When you're walking, use your walking as your meditation. So call in your angels, ask them to come in, ask them for any information or guidance that they want to give to you, and you'll start to see things more on a different level. So I'm hoping that makes sense.
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely. Shardy's just commented to say that she sees repetitive numbers a lot, and 34 seems to be one that she sees all the time.
Okay. So obviously, when you see single numbers, that is just them coming in and, you know, stepping forward. When you start seeing double numbers, then that is then basically hitting you on the head going, come on, for God's sake, just listen to me, you know? How many more times do you want me to show you this? Because the numbers actually stop once you've realised what that message is.
Yeah, because they no longer need that message to come through, so they're going to switch off. Go, yeah. Fantastic, the lights are on.
Yeah.
They know now what's going on. We'll calm that. There's no need for those numbers to be shown to them all the time.
Yeah. And we can go through numbers and what they mean and everything next time if you want to. Because there's so many things with angels that you can talk about. Because it's like, you know, you've got archangels. I'm just learning about female angels at the moment. You've got the 9 orders of the angels. So you've got the seraphim, the cherubim, thrones, whole host, you know, that you can learn about. And that you can, you know, because they all do something different. But mainly for us to connect, we connect with the archangels and the angels because they are closer to us and they are our bridge to God. So that's why we get the messages. So they work on a 5th dimensional energy. We're on a 3 dimension. So for them to get to us, they're that bridge. So they're the ones that give us the messages.
I like that. And Shardy said that she's been trying. She's the lady who's been seeing the 34. She says, I've been trying to work out the message for over a year now.
Oh, bless her.
Maybe connect, maybe meditate.
Yeah, sit with it. I mean, I have on the shelf actually got my Archangel messages, the numbers, Carol Gray's book, because Carol Gray's book is a really good one of all the angel numbers and what their meanings are. Because also what I've been finding as well is I've been seeing different animals. So animals can be messages as well, you know, like seeing a heron, but not just once, you know, you're seeing it every day and then you might not see it for months at a time. So, you know, it's like looking at that message. So what you've been asking, the questions that you've been asking to them, it's looking at what that message is and what that represents. I mean, for me, I always feel that I get my answers when I'm near water.
Yeah, I love water. Water for me is my element. And yes, when I'm near water, things just seem to just fit into place. It's just, yeah.
It's like it escalates. So it's like, you know, especially with Metatron as well. Metatron is a very good one for connecting with when you're near water and you've got the water element. for some reason, whenever I used to ask him questions or wanted help or whatever with certain things, if I sat there quietly next to my fish pond or water, I'm not kidding you, the next day it would be happening, or something would be cleared, or if there was negativity around me, it would be sorted. And I'd think, my God, that was quick. You know, I only asked about it yesterday. So, you know, it really does happen quick. But I think also when we connect with the angelic realm, it's always been mindful of thanking them as well for the messages that we're being given, and also showing gratitude for them being with us.
Oh yeah, don't take it for granted. Don't
Yeah,
don't abuse that power and the gift and the honor of having, you know, energies working for you. Definitely, you need to have that appreciation. I mean, I always get people to appreciate when they connect with the keeper, the spirit of the crystal. When we connect, I always say when I bring them out, give thanks to the keeper, the spirit, for that exchange in energy, whether it's only a little thing, whether it's a big thing. Give thanks, give your appreciation, and it shows that whatever we do here, we're all equal, we're all on one level, and we work on that level. No one is higher, no one is lower, we all work on that same level, and by thanking, we do that. If we don't thank, then we feel like we're a bit of a master and we're above their station, and we shouldn't be. We should remember we're all on the same level there. Karen, she says, oh my God, I saw a heron this morning, really close up, overlooking the sea.
Okay. Brilliant.
So it's funny you mentioned a heron and Karen saw one. Daniel Beale, I always seem to get drawn to the manometer in the van at key points on the clock. The 5s and 3s are common, doubles or triples.
Yeah. Well, 3s is, I know 3s is working with the Ascended Masters. So maybe he needs to connect with the Ascended Masters. 5, I feel, is about change. I think it's also about not wanting to change or being scared of moving forward. So there might be a block there somewhere of maybe a little bit of fear of not moving forward. But 3 is the Ascended Master number. So when we work with the Angelic Reiki, we work with the Ascended Masters. So then, you know, they're the number 3s, 33 or 3, anything 333. It's the Ascended Masters that want to work with you, because when I do my aura sprays, when I do the rose ones, I always connect to Mary Magdalene and Mary, Mother Mary. So their energies come in with that as well. So it's noticing, you know, when you're working and doing certain things, just try and feel who's working with you, what Ascended Master or Angel you feel is coming in. So when you're getting to work with your angels, which we'll do a little meditation and I'll bring them in and see what people feel. So like I say, some people, well, I think everybody's different. You know, people are clairsentients, clairaudience, and sometimes we want everything. When we're starting off on our spiritual path, we're like, well, why can't I do that? Why can't I see that? Because we all are different. So we've all got our own individual things that we can sense, feel. You know, with the angels, I know that when they're present, because I get goosebumps. I get like somebody's tickling my nose or my ears with a feather. And it's quite irritating sometimes. I'm like, get off, you know, it's like really irritating. And people might see them. Some people can see angels, you know. So I really do think, because they come into us in all forms and guises. So, you know, sometimes you can have human angels where you're really looking for an answer and you can be really in a bad place. And if you take yourself off and just sit quietly, more often than not, there's like a person that will either sit next to you or you'll meet somebody and they just say something and you think, my God, that was exactly what I wanted to know. That was the answer that I was looking for. Then you might never see them again. And you think, well, where did they come from? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Definitely.
I love working with the angelic realm, because it's like you're just learning all the time. You know, different senses, the way they come to you in dreams. Because if you're a person that's got an overactive mind, like myself, and sometimes I don't sit down, they're probably thinking, Christ, how are we supposed to bloody connect with her when she doesn't sit down for 5 minutes? So the only way they can get to me is through my dream state, you know, when I'm lying down. So I get up in the morning, I'm like, oh my God, I'm like writing it down, you know. So write things down. So any more questions?
No, Daniel just said, thank you. I've yet to meet any ascended masters, but I think you just covered over how he can do that. And obviously stay till the end, because we'll do that meditation and see who comes forward for you. And for everybody else. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. So do you want me to go through, because I know we went through this with the crystals for each, you know, what crystals will help you to connect with the angels, you know?
Oh, I think so. Shall we?
Yeah, I think so.
Shall we go? Who shall we start with?
Let's start with Michael.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, I love this stone.
So these are crystals that you can use when you're calling in your angels or archangels. And the crystals you can hold in your hand, or when you're lying down, you can just place them on a chakra or anything like that. And these will help you to connect with these specific angels. But sugar light is gorgeous, isn't it? Power, strength. Yeah. Very much a protective stone as well, protection. So the next one, Gabriel, and don't forget, you can buy all these crystals off Dan. Give you a little plug there, Dan.
Why, thank you.
But I've had a lot of crystals off you, haven't I? Because my husband stops me seeing Dan, because he goes, oh my God, what are you going to buy now?
Don't buy any more new stock. Come to the next event with what you've got, because then she won't want it.
Yeah, definitely. So the next, Gabriel, citrine. Look at that, isn't it beautiful? That is a gorgeous crystal, Dan. That is stunning.
This is my personal one.
I was going to say, that is beautiful. So that is great for strength and creativity. Beautiful. I like that one. And then the next one is Ariel. Oh, wow. Gosh, that is gorgeous.
Yes.
I like that. I like the points on that as well. That is stunning.
That is stunning. That's stock.
Okay. Dare we ask how much?
Message.
Okay. So the next one's Ariel, which can be rose quartz, angelite, Herkimer diamond, and aqua aura. Oh, that's nice. I love the spheres. Yeah. They are beautiful. And when you're lying down as well, having a sphere just over your crown is stunning. Beautiful.
So that's rose quartz.
Angelite. Beautiful.
Angelite.
That's nice.
Herkimer.
I love Isn't it? Now, I haven't got a Herkimer diamond, so I need to get one.
I love them. They are so amazing. And yeah, the only thing we've got is aqua aura is a unicorn.
Well, that's fine. Unicorns are connected to the angels. Fabulous. Oh wow, look at that. That is amazing. But don't forget, you know, unicorns are connected to the angelic realm. They're all one. They're all one of the same. So sometimes when you do connect with the angelic realm, you will bring in the unicorn energy at some point. And they do come in and want to connect with you. Next one is Azrael. So yellow calcite. This is for comfort and support. Beautiful. That's a nice one, that is. So we're just showing you these because these are, you know, different crystals when you're working with different archangels that you can use to call them in, which will help you when you're meditating, and it'll make it easier for that connection. But also for you to get to know the crystal energy as well, the difference, you know. I mean, I just love crystals anyway. I mean, God, you know.
I do. And it's
got a house full.
How much you can connect with things being with crystals. Angels,
oh, God, yeah.
I use it for animals, people use it for elements. The list is endless what you can connect with crystals.
Yeah. Well, that lady that does the animal healing, does she use crystals as well? Be interesting to see if she does.
She does.
Okay.
She does a lot of my workshops, and yeah, she's got a collection. So yeah, she uses her crystals, definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. And has she done it so that they pick their own as well when they lie on them or go near them?
Yes. Yeah, she's very intuitive, as Belinda.
Brilliant.
She does use them, and if she lets the animals pick those crystals as well. So yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, because I find Taz quite funny, my cat, because if I put certain crystals around him, if there's certain ones he doesn't want, he knocks them off the table. He actually physically knocks them off the table with his paw and goes, oh, I don't want that one, thanks very much.
It's hilarious.
And I think, you picky little sauce.
Yes.
So next one is Raziel. Oh, that's nice. That's clear quartz, guys. And also you can use clear quartz to also protect and cleanse your other crystals. So, you know, if you don't want to put them underwater or anything like that, like your selenite, any ones that end with "ite," that if you put water on them just completely disintegrate, you end up with nothing. Then clear quartz is brilliant for cleansing all your crystals. Just put one next to it and it'll cleanse and clear them.
Yeah, brilliant. I might do a water workshop.
Yeah.
What happens if we put this in water and do an experiment? Definitely.
And also, I think, you know, with some like rose quartz, amethyst, you have to be really careful putting them out in the sun, because if they're out too long, they lose their colour. Yeah. And people don't realise.
Yeah, majority of mine, I just stick to the moon energy.
Yeah.
Just to be safe, because the sun can be a bleeder. Your opals, the sun can dry out and make them brittle. Yeah. So always be careful.
One is Raguel, which is your aquamarine. Well, that's a nice one, isn't it?
Yes. I do have, if people are struggling.
Wow. That is huge, Dan. That's a big one.
You're not the first to comment.
Well, the angels like a laugh. Caramel. Amethyst. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And I love amethyst. Amethyst is one of my favourites. I love working with amethyst.
You can't go wrong with amethyst. No. And I love the deep purple of this makes me just drool. Love it.
I always say to people, if they're first getting into crystals, go for rose quartz, amethyst, and clear quartz. They're like your little tool bag, aren't they? Of just connecting.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Definitely.
Yeah. So the next one is Metatron, which is watermelon tourmaline, which I love.
You do love.
I do love watermelon. I've got your little ones you bought me because that's all I could afford. I couldn't afford a bloody big one. Look at the size of mine.
Yeah. Where's it gone? It is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And these actually, the smaller stones, which are these which I got off you, which are absolutely gorgeous. Just see them. I like these because these are, you know, like little tumble stones actually. And the little ones are easier for grid work when you're working with grids.
That's it,
or
size.
when you, yeah, exactly. Or when you're working with clients, because you're not going to put that on their belly, are you, really?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
So,
yeah.
Brilliant. And they are lovely to work with. And if you want to connect with Metatron, then definitely that is the crystal to work with.
Watermelon tourmaline.
Yeah. So the next one is Sandalphon. Turquoise.
So this is
turquoise and shungite.
So this is for Belinda, isn't it? She wanted to work with Sandalphon, who did the healing.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So, yeah.
That's nice.
Little pieces of turquoise.
They're nice.
And then...
And shungite's very grounding. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, lovely.
Nice little pyramid.
Yeah, I love pyramids. Part of the sacred geometry.
It is. It is.
So we got Shamuel next. Fluorite, red jasper, and aqua aura. Lovely. Fluorite. That's beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful fluorite sphere.
Yeah, look at the colours in that.
And then red jasper.
Brilliant. And I mean, jasper is brilliant for the base chakra as well. It's gorgeous to work with.
I love it. And then I'm bringing the unicorn in again for the aqua aura.
Yeah, brilliant. No, it looks nice. So we've got Uriel, which is amber. I love amber as well. Amber's a lovely stone. Nice. That's nice. That's quite flat, is it?
It is, yeah. It's a freeformy. It stands up.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like that. That's lovely.
It's got a flat bottom.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's a nice piece, that is, isn't it? It's gorgeous.
Are you writing your Christmas list here?
I am.
Dave, that Dan's been on.
So next is Zakia. And again, amethyst, blue chalcedony, blue lace agate, and lapis lazuli.
So lapis.
Yeah, nice.
There's your lapis lazuli. Your blue chalcedony.
Nice.
Showing you a different piece of amethyst.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
And then for blue lace, I don't know if snails are his thing.
Oh, isn't it cute? Oh,
we
it's
got
lovely.
A blue lace snail.
I like that. That is lovely, that is. So next one's Jophiel. So rubellite and pink tourmaline. Nice. That's a lovely one, isn't it?
So yeah, I like pink tourmaline.
Nice for wisdom.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, it's nice, that is. And then we've got Raphael, emerald, and malachite.
So we've got the malachite.
Malachite's lovely as well to work with. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And then we've got emerald.
That's a nice one, isn't it?
Beautiful.
So hopefully that will help everybody to be able to connect with the archangels and angels. just to make it easier for themselves, to just have that extra energy that boosts it as well. So boosts your communication, so you can connect to it a little bit easier. Carry it around in your pocket, or some people put them in their bras, whatever, really.
So Janet Powell, the grids remind me of crop circles.
Yes, there is a connection. Yeah, there is a connection, definitely. I mean, a couple of years ago at Badbury Rings, there was a Tree of Life one, which I actually went into, and it was amazing. It really was absolutely fabulous.
Oh, wow. Sally Pedder, thank you so much. That was really interesting. I have Archangel Michael and Raphael on my little house of healing windows.
Oh, that's nice. I think so many more people are actually getting into working with angels and archangels now as well. And anybody can do it. You don't have to be spiritual to work with angels.
Like, just realise that they're with you. Just realise that they're there and acknowledge them.
And in these times of lockdown and when people are feeling anxious and fearful, it's a really good time to start connecting with their energy as well, because it really helps your vibration to stay up. I keep saying to people, I keep posting pictures of when I go for my walks, because that is important for people to go out for a walk, have fresh air, keep your vibration high, try and keep off the media as much as you can, because it just draws you into all this negativity and fear, and that's why I just go off. I hardly spend time on my Facebook now, only on my business page, because I'm just getting fed up of all this negativity that's being talked about,
Yeah, to be honest with you, over the last few days, I've just been on my own business page and not on my actual profile, because it really does. And Daniel Bill, his wife, their cat does the same to his wife's altar. Crystals and cats.
Yeah, glad it's not just mine then.
No, it certainly isn't. And Shardy, her horse, used to try and eat the crystals she wanted me to use with her.
Oh, bless them. I know, because some people say put crystals in the water for dogs to drink, but that's not really always a good thing, because they tend to eat the damn things.
That's it. I normally use the indirect method. Put the water into a container first, put the crystals around it, and then I put that into the bowl for them to drink out of. Cool. Belinda, I do call in the angels before communication or healing session. That's the lady who works with the animals.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Great. Well, tell her it'll be interesting actually to get some feedback of once she starts bringing in Archangel Sandalphon, whether she feels a deeper connection. Because also for people that, want to feel a little bit more grounded, I always think, stand with your bare feet on the ground, either in your garden, on the grass. And, when you're feeling a bit out of sorts and you are feeling a little bit like, oh my God, stressed, fearful and everything of what's going on around us, connect your feet to Mother Earth, ground yourself, bring in Archangel Sandalphon for that grounding, and feel your roots going right down into that Earth star, into that core center of the universe, and it'll help to pull you back down, and it'll help you feel more grounded. So do you want to go through the platonic solids before we do the Metatron cube? Because hopefully while we've been talking, people have done their grids, got their crystals on the grids, and then we can do a little bit of a meditation, yeah? So Absolutely. We'll do these platonic solids before...
Which one do you want to start with?
Let's start with the root chakra, the cube, yeah?
I'm glad. Yeah.
Brilliant. So what Dan's holding now is the platonic solids that make up the Metatron's cube. So this is what makes this. So basically, this cube is the element of earth, and it's used for the root chakra. And this cube is used for grounding. So this is what I use in my Metatron healing sessions when I use the platonic solids and I place them on their chakras. So when they're lying down, I will use my platonic solids and I'll place them on the chakras. So we're doing a chakra cleansing as well as the Metatron healing.
Mm.
So the next one, we will use the navel. So your sacral, which is the icicahandra.
Oh,
can you remember it?
This is my element.
So this is water. So this is me and you, Dan.
It is.
So this is water. So this is really good for helping to cleanse your sacral chakra. The element of water, and this is the icicahandra. So this is the shape, and this is for transformation. It's a lovely shape.
I love it. I've been taking this to bed for about a week now. It's the only one out the platonics that and obviously I don't know whether it's because I'm a water sign, but yeah,
it might be.
I love it. I just love holding it, and my dreams are just so wow. Yeah.
Are you writing them down? Are you writing your dreams down?
Do you know what? I can remember them.
Okay.
And you know, it's like I can remember Friday's dreams, Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays. It's like, whoa, it's so amazing.
Yeah. And all these platonic solids you can get in different crystals. You can get rose quartz. I've got amethyst. You can get them in. You can actually get them in the chakra colors as well. So you can get them. So to help people when they're doing Metatron color healing, I get them to buy the full set of like the different colors so they know where to put them, because it is quite hard when you're working with platonic solids because they're different shapes of where each one goes. So it's until you've remembered, it's easy to get the chakra color ones. So we're going to go to the solar plexus, which I love this one. This is the tetrahedron. So this is the pyramid. So this is your solar plexus. Because also the Metatron's cube is connected to Egypt as well. So this is why I love the pyramid as well. And working with pyramid energy for healing is amazing. So this one is the element of fire, and this is for manifestation. So if you want to manifest things in your life, then the Metatron's cube is really good for doing it like in February, which is the Chinese New Year. So when you want to bring in new things, so I always tend to do like mood boards or things like that, and I do workshops on those. You can actually use the Metatron's cube with all the platonic solids and use these for manifesting what you want to bring into your life as well. So, you know, you can do on the cube, you can put the platonic solids as well as the crystals on the cube, and that's going to amplify it tenfold. But that's a lovely one. What crystal's that?
Smoky quartz.
Oh, it's lovely. I like that. It's really nice.
Beautiful.
On my Christmas list. So the next one is the heart chakra, which is the octahedron. And that's a lovely shape as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I like, yes. I think after
now this one you're working with integration. So I love that one. It's nice.
Oh no, hold on.
Is that the octahedron?
No, this is the octahedron.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. It's all right, Dan. I get confused as well sometimes, and I've been working with them for years.
Fire too much. Sent my energy up.
It does send you up. Actually, when you work with angelic energy, you have to really ground yourself after, because sometimes I feel like I'm still like up there somewhere. So I really do have to ground myself after I've been working with their energy.
Yeah.
So that's for integration. So then we're going to work with the 6th, 7th and higher, which is the dodecahedron. This is working with ether, and this is working with the Akashic records as well. So a really good one to work with Metatron as well if you want to connect with your Akashic records. And your Akashic records are basically what we've done in previous lifetimes and what we've also come here to do on this lifetime, which is quite interesting. And then you've got the sphere as well. And that's really good to work with your crown chakra. And also going into the stellar gateway as well. And you could always hold that in the palm of your hand as well if you wanted to, you know, when you're connecting with the Metatron's cube, hold it in the palm of your hand and just see what comes through for you as well. And then, last but not least, we've got the Merkaba. Now, they call this the 5-pointed star, basically. It's to what we call the pyramid. So it's 3D. So that's an easy way of thinking what the Merkaba is. It's basically 2 pyramids together. And I use this a lot for grounding. So when I have my clients, I always place it by their feet. So this is a really good one to work with. But I also said to Dan earlier when we were chatting, this is a whole different subject to work with the Merkaba, because this you can bring into your energy field and great for protection. But we cover that in the Metatron color healing as well, how to work with the Merkaba. And I've got one that I hang up in my window and it just twizzles round and then it's got a sphere inside. Really good for protection. And that's what the Metatron cube is good for as well. It's good for protection, clearing negativity. So it's always a good one to have in your house if you want to use it, you know, for just an all over grid for clearing negativity in your house or anything like that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, Karen, we do sell them. They're coming to us at the end of the month, the 7 set. But I am doing a workshop on the Platonic solids at the beginning of December. Beginning of December, where we're just going to be working with the 5 Platonics, and everyone gets a set of Platonics sent out to them, either in amethyst or clear quartz. Show air. So there must be a link with our signs.
Yeah.
And Hillary agrees with that too. So yeah, Hillary's a Gemini. So yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Beale, could somebody explain the Platonic bit again, please?
It's a whole different subject, but let me just see if I've got it, because I wrote it down before. You can talk about your crystals while I just try and find it if you want.
So Karen, do get in touch and let me know. The ones that we've got are going to be smaller because, like Carol, they'll be for practicals.
That's my size.
Yeah, that's the size that we'll be working with on the Platonic workshop.
Yeah, because they're easier to place on the body.
Yeah, this is for a set of 5 of these, they're 200 quid for a set.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't want to be them falling off and chipping the corners. So they're mine to show on the workshop for a bit more. So yeah.
So basically, answering Daniel's question, sacred geometry is a language to make sense of the world around us, color, sound, etc. And the I did see it 2 minutes ago. It contains 5 platonic solids. It's a defined shape where all edges are equal and which only have one surface and one angle. But then you know there's a lot more to it, which I could go into, but it'd probably take us all night. So that'll probably have to be another subject, I think.
Yeah, no problem, Daniel. Talk to Carol afterwards, connect with Carol or myself afterwards, and we'll explain a little bit more about
But if you're going to do a platonic solid workshop, Dan, maybe he wants to go on that, because that'd be brilliant to get people really into it.
Yep, definitely. But yeah, and then we have got the 7 sets of platonics. They are on order. They're being carved as we speak. In fact, they should be finished and they should be on their way over to us. So as soon as they're there, then I'll put them on there. But this is Carol's night, all about angels.
No, honestly, because the Metatron cube is all about platonic solids. So, that is something that, if you're going to do a workshop, would be brilliant, because it's something I've thought of doing, because people don't know what they're about. And because they encompass everything that we are, which is working with our elements, earth, fire, air, water, the universe, and the Merkaba for the grounding and earth, then I feel that people will connect with them more, because we can use them for chakra healing.
Yeah, definitely. I like that idea.
The more that people know about them and work with them, then they're working with all the elements as well. And like Hilary and Shardy said, it's finding an element that you feel connected with. Because I'm an earth sign, I connect with the cube, definitely. But I love the pyramid. I love pyramid healing. It's just amazing. But I think that's because that takes me off to another galaxy, connecting with the Egyptian energy. And that's what I'm studying at the moment, is the Egyptian stuff,
Ooh.
the embalming and stuff like that, the rituals.
Oh God, what are you going to do to your husband?
Probably embalm him.
I've got some toxic crystals if you want to get away with it.
Sounds good to me.
This is not going out live on air, but it is. I wish your husband all the health in the world.
Yeah. See if he's still alive when we next do an event. I'll be practicing on him.
Oh, brilliant. But for me, I don't get on with the cube because I don't like being in that box.
Right.
And I'm water, so I like the flow. I like the getting out there. And for me, it's like pyrite and fluorite, because they are formed in the cubic structure. I don't get on with them because it's that I feel like I'm being
that box.
And,
it's funny you should say that, though, because I think we all have an element of something else. Because even though I was born a Virgo and I'm an earth sign, I love water. When I moved out to Stourbridge, and as much as we were in the countryside, God, I miss the sea. And for me, it's that balance of the yin and the yang, both of them, the earth and the water. So because I have it so close now, one day I'll feel like, I want cleansing, I need to be next to the sea or the water. And then the next day I'll be walking through the trees and hugging a tree.
Yeah.
So I've definitely got a lot of water element in me as well, because I have to be near water.
That is it, because I came from the Midlands, so I was landlocked. And then
I was born in the Midlands.
I thought I was picking up your twang. Whereabouts in the Midlands?
Stoke-on-Trent.
My ex-missus, she went to university in Stoke-on-Trent.
Okay.
And I tell you what, going to see her for a weekend, I don't take this the wrong way, but I've never felt as depressive place as that, because it's definitely something out of Coronation Street. How great it was, how the houses were all structured, and it was so grey. And I just thought, I came away from that craving green. I needed grass. It was so, but going from the Midlands and then going to Newquay and just having that vastness of openness of the Atlantic Ocean on your doorstep, and just being like, yes, so made me get into my spirituality so faster, because I was always near that open area. So yeah, completely agree with where you are.
And that's why I never wanted to move back home, because you get onto the M6 and it's like suddenly there's a black cloud. And even my nephews, when we used to go up to see mum and dad, because they're still up there and my brother's up there, my nephew used to go, why is the grass black? Because of all the smog and the fumes and everything else. It was like, oh, Yeah. So I totally agree.
Yeah, I came away from that in such like, no. Hilary Stanley, she said, you've got to practice on someone, Carol. So I'm taking this as the embalming. Hilarious. Poor Phil, says Gina Willow. Yeah, and Shardy says, but you like calcite. Yes, but calcite is in that rhombusy shape. So it's that angle.
Yeah.
Right? You get that freedom. It's not. Yeah. So yes, I always thought that. I always thought, why is it that I like calcite but not pyrite or fluorite? And for me, the only way I could think of is because it's at that angle. It's not. This is.
Yeah.
So it's at that alter angle, which creates a little bit of freedom. It's not so structured. So.
Yeah. I mean, I love calcite, but I love the color of it as well, because it's the yellow. It's that the solar plexus, that sun energy, that about creativity, the warmth as well. That's why I love that.
Oh yes. Give me any calcites. Love them. And I do love the colours as well. Beautiful.
Or even citrine. I love citrine as well. Citrine's one of my favourites. I love that.
Yeah. Stunning. Beautiful.
Right. Does everybody want to get into a meditation? Do you want to ask them? Have they done their grids? Have we put them off?
Let's have some yeses if you want a meditation. It's a big yes from me, and I'm not Simon Cowell, but it is a big yes from me. But also why people are commenting that you've got something tomorrow for the 1111 portal.
Yes, I have. It's a meditation with the Metatron's cube, very similar to what we're going to do now, but a bit longer, and working, bringing in the Archangels. And it's 1111, so it's, working with that, obviously, that energy, and giving thanks to all those that have passed over, from the war times, because if it wasn't for themselves, we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing. Absolutely. So it's just to remember them as well. And also, 1111 is connecting with the angelic realm as well. So if people want to connect with the angelic realm, if they bring in that 11, that is their, connection to the Archangels as well.
But so is it before 11 o'clock tomorrow morning?
No, I'm doing it at 11:11 on the 11th of the 11th. So
okay.
I'm doing it at 11 minutes past 11, just so that they can have the remembrance.
That sounds brilliant. So yeah, Shardy's got her thumbs up. She's all ready. Hillary's given me a thumbs up. Sally Hincliffe, she's yes, please. She's all ready. Caroline Smith, yes, and grid created. So yes,
brilliant.
And obviously jump onto Carol Thorneycroft's
Angelic Harmony page.
Yes, I have shared it and everything. And if you're interested in her meditation tomorrow, do that then. So, Daniel Bill, I'm going to do it once the recording is up, as I don't have a grid. We'll leave you all to it. Thanks for all the great information, though. Daniel, I haven't got a grid up yet, and I'm just going to do the meditation. So for you, I would perhaps suggest to stay and do the meditation, because you said about connecting with your ascended masters. So
Yeah.
even if you haven't got a grid, just sit with it.
Yeah.
And do this meditation, see what comes through, mate.
And, you know, just do your grids after, and then meditate with them. Or if you want to come on my meditation tomorrow, you've got your grids ready, and then you can just, you know, you've got them there. So don't worry if you haven't done your grids tonight. I just want you to feel that connection with the angelic realm. And then, you know, you can just feel them coming in. So can you just chat for 2 minutes? Because I forgot to get my sound bowl out.
Of course I can.
I've got my crystal sound bowl, which is the heart chakra.
Oh, brilliant. And absolutely, I'm so glad you're still in, Daniel, because yes, definitely stay in this. And yes, well done, Belinda. Haven't done the grid, but looking forward to the meditation, definitely. And I am going to start saving the little bit of pennies I get, because my next yantra board, I think, will have to have the Metatron's cube on it. For so long, I've been looking at this grid, and it's been so nice this evening to actually have somebody on here picking away at how that grid is formed and making sense of every line, the sphere, and everything. So I like that, because sometimes we can use these grids and we don't actually know the full intention, meaning behind those geometric shapes. So I've loved tonight learning about the Metatron cube and how it's formed and the reasons behind it. Really makes sense, really interesting. But are we ready, Carol?
We are ready.
I will pass you over to Carol for this meditation.
Okay, so I just want you to all close your eyes, and just, if you want to, put your hands on your heart and just nice deep breaths. So deep breath in and breathe out. Nice big deep breath in and breathe out. And just start to feel your bodies relax. One more deep breath in and breathe out. And just start to feel your heart slowing down. Your body's relaxing. Decluttering your minds. And just feel your feet firmly on the ground, connecting you to Mother Nature. And just imagine it's going right down from the balls of your feet into the ground, going right down deep. And if you can, just sandal them. The keeper of the earth, Gaia, the animal kingdom, the flowers. And just feel his energy coming in as you ground yourselves. Feel yourselves connecting to that earth beneath your feet. And just feel your bodies nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. We're going to call in the Archangels to stand by your side. And feel their wings around your shoulders. Feel that protection as they're coming close. Bringing in their beautiful light down through your crown chakra, right down through the center of your being. Bringing in that beautiful light, that energy into your cells, into your muscles and your bones. And in your mind's eye, just imagine the Metatron's cube right before you. Remembering those 13 spheres of energy, the 13 archangels. Connecting to that female energy as you connect with the spheres of the Metatron's cube. And as we call in Archangel Metatron, feel his presence behind you as he merges his energy with yours. Imagine the lines of the Metatron's cube, that male energy. So now you are connecting to all of creation, all that I am, the I am presence. Feel that energy of the Metatron's cube encompassing your aura, in energy centers. And if you can, imagine yourself now in that center sphere, connecting to your heart space. See yourself standing strong with the angelic realm around you. As we transmute any fear, anxiety, any past trauma, and all things that are no longer relevant to you, we ask the archangels now to transmute that negative energy, helping you to feel more balanced and centered, relaxed and calm. And if you can, feel that archangel around you. Listen as they give you their name, so you can connect with their beautiful energy. It's now time to step back out of the cube and just start to feel your I am presence Thanking your angels for the guidance that you've been given. As they unmerge their energy from yours. Just feeling yourselves coming back into center. Feeling yourselves back with your feet on the ground, connecting you back to Mother Nature. Connecting your roots to the core center of the universe. As we bring you slowly back into the here and now. And when you're back, open your eyes and just let us know that you have come back into your sacred space. So if you can just put some hearts up for Dan, just to show that you're all back and that you're all present.
Oh.
How's that?
Oh, that was amazing. Amazing. If you guys just want to let me know when you're here, and do share any of that. I had three. I definitely felt Metatron come through. But over this side, I definitely, the one for the animals. Sandalphon. Over this side, the one that was connecting to Lapis Lazuli, blue Chalcedony.
Zakia.
Yeah. And then there was one, because it made a triangle, there was one that was sitting with the platonic solid of water. But I didn't know who that one was.
Okay.
Is there one that normally sits in that circle? Or do they normally do?
13 sit in that circle. Let me just see who the one is with the water.
Thank you, Sally. She's put a heart up, and Carolyn Smith, and Hillary, and
Dawn I Price. Think it's Raphael.
Ooh, okay.
But I'll have to check for you, but I'm sure he's come into my head. So I think it's Raphael.
That was amazing. I hope everybody else enjoyed that as well. So nice to have a meditation on this, because we've not done it before. But that's worked so nicely. Really nice. Just waited to make sure that everybody else is back.
I just thought it'd end the evening nicely for everybody to just connect with their energy and just see what they felt, if they felt any sensations or, you know.
Definitely. And any workshops you've got coming up, Carol, obviously, do you do online workshops?
Well, I'm just starting to put some out there now on Zoom. So I'm just going to put a few out, and next year I've got a Metatron Colour Healing Level 1 that I'm going to be doing next year in February. So that's being attuned to Metatron's energy and working, like I say, with the platonic solids and the Metatron's cube.
That sounds amazing. Really good. And anything that Carol is going to be doing, I'll sure be sharing and letting any of you guys know. But go over to her Facebook page, add her as a friend, give her a like on her business page, and just keep in touch on what she is doing. Shardy, thank you, Carol and Dan, for this evening. Really interested. It has been amazing, very interesting. Sally, thank you so much. I feel like I had a mini spa break. Yes.
Aww.
Yes. Yes. Natalia, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Daniel struggled. He couldn't carry on in the end, but we'll definitely do this when I get a chance. Please do. It's going to be on our Facebook business page, and it's going to be over on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Nancy Garvey, great, connected with Azriel and Raphael.
Oh, lovely.
So that is nice. Mandy Sampson, thank you to you both. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely for staying here and for listening, because we've never really treaded water with angels at all, because it's not something I've got into. That is the first time I've really feel their presence there, although I do think that they were connected to animals. Because last week I spoke about Peregrine Falcon on my show, and I very strongly get Archangel Michael come through when Peregrine is around me. I feel that those energies are quite similar there. So yeah, for me it's animals I see rather than the angels, but I'm going to be working with them more, definitely.
Well, it'll be definitely interesting to see as you work with your animals, your connection coming in with the angels. So I do feel that, you know, it's like anything. You might find it difficult to start with, but once you've opened up to them and you've opened up to their energy, you'll start to work with them more and more.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Carolyn Smith, thank you. Great evening. Really interesting to the both of you. Gina, thank you so much. And Karen, thank you. Beautiful. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Really, you know, a really huge thank you to you, Carol, for coming on here, giving up your time to connect with us and to share your passion. Like I've discussed with you beforehand, and I've said many times on here, my interest is to take these lives a step further next year and open up for you guys who have been a special guest to do an evening workshop on Zoom, something that will exchange energy over in doing that. So we've got a captive audience, so they will feel a little bit more easier in participating in opening up. I mean, to be fair, the people that have stayed on to do the meditation and the feedback, I applaud that so much, because it's not easy doing it over Facebook. You don't know who's watching, who's coming in. So to take it over into Zoom, where it's a little bit more secure, it's a little bit more private, is something that I would love to do there. So if there's anything that you could think of, or is anything that you guys who have participated want Carol to come back and strike on, I'll be very much keen for that, because it's been amazing.
Well, I've actually really loved it. You know how nervous I was, and you know how long it's taken you to get me on here, because for me, because I'm a person that works with energy, I've always done stuff behind the scenes, but I think we're having to come out of our comfort zones and use the computers, Zoom and everything else. And I'm such a technophobe. You know, Facebook and stuff like that's just the only thing that I've done. So for me, I was so nervous because you can't see people. So you don't know how you're interacting. And you know me, when I'm like face to face, you can't shut me up.
No.
Because I prefer face to face, but I think because of the lockdowns and everything that's happening, and also accessibility for everybody, I think online is becoming more popular. So
yeah.
it is us having to get out of our comfort zones. But I just thank everybody on here from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to just talk about the angels, because it is a passion. I love working with the angelic realm. I love teaching it as well. And I like seeing people go out completely different to what, you know, they came in, knowing that anybody can connect with the angelic realm. It's just knowing where to start and how to start with it. Because once you're on that path, it just goes higher and higher, you know. You tend to get, I mean, I'm like a sponge. I love to learn anything and everything. So I'm always constantly learning. Now I'm learning about the female energies, the female archaea. So we have got female angels. So I'm learning about them now as well. So hopefully, you know, next year I'll be talking about them as well. Twin flames also, you know, archangels have a twin flame. So that'll be an interesting one to talk about as well.
Hey, Jan, hope you're well, sweetheart. And do you know what, Carol? The fact that you were nervous and the fact it's taken a while for you to come on here, you owned it and you ran a workshop. Sometimes I don't know what my role is when I get special guests on. Some people like me to be just the face, like you said. It's hard to just have your face and not knowing what's out there. 90% of my lives are like that. It's just me, and I'm just talking and hoping that people are going to comment and let me know that, oh, okay, they're on board. I've got people there watching. So for some people, they just want my face. So it's like I've got someone to talk at and listen. And some people like it to be an interview where I ask questions and they interact, and it brings them down, grounds them, and allows them to share their passion. But tonight, your passion shone through, and you were just like, no, this is the workshop, and you ran it. And it's been an amazing evening. I have absolutely loved it. It's so nice to connect with you. It's crap that it's through screen, but hey ho, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
There will be a time where we can shut the laptop, go and have a cup of coffee, and we'll drag Elaine, not Elaine, but Elaine can come if she wants to. We'll drag Hillary as well, and we can all meet and have a cuppa and a catch up. But
yeah, definitely. And just thanks for allowing me to do this, Dan. It's been lovely. I've just really enjoyed it.
It's a pleasure. It's what it's all about. It's reconnecting. It's sharing. And I know some people can do this on their own, and that's great. But there's been some people who have been a bit, I don't know. And it's so nice, actually, that from doing this, they have gone off and they've done their own live feeds. They've done their own live shows, and it's gave them the confidence, you know, in any way that we can help people through these tough times. We're here. Users, abusers, we're here to help people to either give a shout out, to promote their workshops, to do what they do. We're in this boat together. And what definitely. We can, you know, we've got to help each other out where we can. And this is the bit of support that we can give people is, hey, come on a night, share your passion. And if our people love you, they will come and follow you and support you. And that's what we really want, is to spread that joy, wisdom, passion, sharing and caring. So thank you for coming on.
Definitely. 100% agree. Everything you've said.
Definitely.
It's just so nice seeing people with their comments as well, in the fact that they've enjoyed it, they've learned something from it, because that's what we're here for, you know. We're here to share our knowledge, to help others on their spiritual path, no matter where you come from or what you do. You know, it's all about helping each other.
That is definitely it. I am just going to go and share. I'm just going onto Facebook at the moment, because I'm just going to go and share your business page in the comments, because people have asked for it.
Oh, okay. But I love this card as well of Kyle Gray's, because I use a lot of Kyle Gray stuff as well. And when it says love and accept yourself, that is what it's all about at the moment. You know, I think sometimes as healers, as therapists, as light workers, we spend a lot of time helping everybody else. This lockdown and what's going on with this coronavirus is everybody's having to do self-love, self-worth, self-healing. You know, this is one thing I've been putting on my lives, is about helping people to do self-healing, because that is really important right now.
It definitely is. And we've got to, if we can't physically go out there and if we can't help other people, then hey, turn that energy on yourself. And that's what I learned in the first lockdown is, okay, I can't do much out there. Let's turn it inwards. What can I do on me? Because it's amazing how many of us out there working constantly on other people, other situations. We're not looking on ourselves. So take these times to do that. If anything, just go to a mirror and say that you love yourself. You know, just look at that face and go, I love you. Because when was the last time that we said that to ourselves? So if that's all we do in these next 4 weeks is say, I love you to you, we're going to come out of this a stronger place than we entered. So
and actually that is a very hard thing to do, because I did that years ago. I went to a workshop where they taught you that, and standing in the mirror actually telling yourself you love yourself is quite hard, quite difficult, because it's something that we don't tend to do.
That's it. Just doing this bit is hard. When you come out of the shower and you look at a full-length mirror and say, I love what I see.
That's hard.
There. I'm getting there. It's taken me a few years of therapy, but I am getting to that level where, yes, I can love what I see. So, Carol,
thanks, Dan.
Your business links are up on this chat here for everyone to look at. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I'm going to drop you down.
And thank you, everybody, for listening.
Absolutely. And you'll be back again, no doubt.
And it'll be good, actually, if people post on your page and then you could show me all their crystal grids that they do with the crystals as well. That'd be really interesting.
Yes, please do. Please do. Share them on my page or on my personal page, or drop me a message and I'll pass them on to Carol, or get in touch with Carol yourself, and let's see these grids.
It'd be lovely to see these grids. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome. I'll drop you down and you're welcome to walk out the waiting room. But catch up with you soon.
Thanks very much, darling. Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Thank the angels.
Bye. Thank everybody.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was beautiful. I absolutely loved this evening. And just to finish off what's coming on the rest of the week. So tomorrow night is our live crystal market, which is a sale market. There's up to 50% off all the items. And then Thursday night, I will be on UK Serenity Radio. I'll be talking about seal and clear quartz. Friday night is our quiz night on Zoom. Saturday night, I've got a lovely couple joining us talking about mediumship. And then Sunday is the new moon. The new moon goes new at 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So we loved how we invited you guys into our personal ceremony for that. So we're going to do that again. We're going to do it with you guys on the Sunday. So Sunday will be our new moon communal altar. But thank you for joining us tonight. Have a brilliant week. Whatever you do, have fun. Okay. See you all soon. Bye-bye.